A warehouse or a garage is a place where every time you walk into it, you ask yourself, how can I organize them? My name is Jeff, and today I want to show you how to assemble 72-inch heavy-duty boltless adjustable steel shelving unit. This product is offered in different sizes and numbers of shelf. If you would like to purchase this storage shelf, you can click on the shop or affiliate icon or find the link in the description or comments section below. Assembling this shelf unit is very easy if you follow a few important points that I'll tell you during the video, or you will end up in the trouble like me. Let's get started and I'll tell you the rest of instruction during the assembly. Stay tuned with me until the end of the video. To start the assembly, find a clean area and turn the box over and cut the tape around the box and take out the parts and arrange them around the assembly area so that the numbers or letters on the parts are visible so that you can find them easily and quickly. Be careful not to drag the parts on the floor to avoid scratching the paint. The way you open the box is optional and anyone can take out the parts in any way they want, but in my experience, I'll keep the box safe until the assembly is complete. I've seen many products where the box is almost intact, but the internal parts are damaged. So when you take the parts out, check all the parts, especially the corners, to make sure they are not dented and the paint is not scratched. If you find any defective or missing part, just contact customer service and they'll send you a replacement free of charge. You can return it if you want, but at the end, returning it's a new trash that comes to our environment. So please do not return it as much as possible. Before you start, make sure that all parts are present. The tools required for assembly is a plastic hammer or a mallet that comes with the box, and if you want to attach it to the wall, a drill and Phillips screwdriver needed. Note that don't use the metal hammer, which will damage the paint of the shelf, and if you have to use it, use a piece of wood or plastic or even clothing to protect it. First, for the 4 vertical bars or part 3, install the rubber foot pads or part B so that the small holes on the vertical bar are facing down. This is the first important section. Attach the short crossbar or part 2 to vertical bar. Although the up and down direction of the vertical bar is clear with the rubber foot pads installed, note again that the small holes in the vertical bar is facing down. The crossbars has a groove that the board fits into and should be facing up and into the shelf. Insert 2 crossbar pins into the hole in the vertical bars and drive them down with the hammer or by tapping them with your hand. You can choose the lowest hole in the first row or install it in the next hole to have a little height above the floor. It's up to you. The plastic hammer that comes with the kit is not very heavy, so it's better to use a larger rubber hammer. Attach the second vertical bar in line with the first vertical bar. I'll show it vertically, you can see them better, but you can lay it on the floor and then attach them, which is much easier. Now install the other short crossbar at the desired height and make sure that its height is the same on both vertical bars. You can use a meter or simply count the numbers of holes and find the middle. The only important thing for the crossbars is that its groove should be facing up and inward. Again, to make the other side of the shelf, attach the short crossbar to the vertical bar. Install the other vertical bar as well. Another way is to install the long crossbar after installing the short crossbar, which will help stand better. Now install the long crossbar and making sure that its groove is facing up and inward. Install the second long crossbar in the same way, and now the shelf is stable. Attach the two legs you made to the frame. Check all the pins that both pins are in the holes. Install the short crossbar on the other side. Install the two long crossbars on the left and right. Check all the pins that both pins are in the holes, and if one of them is out, remove it from the wrong position and reinstall it in the correct position. Install the 4 connectors on top of the vertical bars so that the semicircle is facing up. Now install the 4 vertical bars on the connectors and pay attention. Do not forget that the smaller holes are facing down. Install the plastic fastener or part D in the holes of the connector and the vertical bar. The plastic fastener should fit in the hole and then push the lock on it. Otherwise, the plastic fastener will not enter the hole. If the plastic fastener doesn't enter the hole, pull the lock back and then install it. Install the short and long crossbar for the third shelf under the connector. And this is where I noticed that 3 of the vertical bars were upside down, and install them in the correct position. You know, I noticed that whenever I film something, I ruin something that would not happen to me. And it's true that I'm a little upset that I have to spend more time and fix it. But the other hand, I'm happy that I have gained an experience that I can share with you so that you don't repeat it. Determine the desired height for the fourth shelf and install the short and long crossbars. Don't forget to keep the edge facing up and inward. And finally, install the short and long crossbar for a fifth shelf. You can remove the boards at any time depending on the situation and change the height of the shelf by changing the location of the short and long crossbars. To install the support bars, bend their tongues 80 degrees into the groove and install them into the two pre-drill slot on the long crossbar. If you bend them 90 degrees, they are a little difficult to install, so don't bend them all the way. What I like about this shelf is that it has two support bars so that the boards can support more weight and also don't deform over time. Although I think you should turn them over every few months if the board have changed their curvature. Finally, install the boards on the crossbars regardless of their orientation. To protect the shelf from falling, attach it to the wall. Mark one of the highest holes of the vertical bar on the wall and install the wall plug and screw. If you can mount it on studs, it will be much stronger and you don't need wall plugs. But if you can find the studs, use wall plugs for drywall. Install rubber pads on top of the vertical bar of the shelf. Instead of a 5-tier shelf, you can change it to 2 shelves of 3 and 2, in which case you must use metal links to connect them together or connect them with zip tie. If you change it, don't forget to install rubber pads on the bottom and top of the vertical bars to prevent injuries. There are many more videos to come, and if you would like to see them, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and until the next product.